Greetings friends, you're on the Crypto Pump channel and I'm glad to see you again. You've probably heard the word alt season, but I'm sure many don't quite understand what it means. Today we'll break down this topic. In this short video, I'll explain what alt season is, how to recognize it, and which indicators to use, so you don't miss its beginning. We'll look at 4 key signals and learn where to find them. It'll be simple and useful. Let's go. And if you want to receive market tips and fresh analytics, subscribe to our Telegram channel. There we share ideas and signals so that you stay informed. The link is in the description. Check it out. Alt season is a period when altcoins, that is, all cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin, start to rise in price and attract more attention than Bitcoin. It's not just a random spike, it's part of a larger market movement. Usually, alt season comes after Bitcoin has already shown strong growth and reached a kind of peak. Investors, seeing that Bitcoin is slowing down or becoming too expensive, switch to other coins in hopes of catching bigger profits or investing in new projects that show promise. Why does this happen? The crypto market moves in cycles like seasons or tides. At first, everyone focuses on Bitcoin. It's like the main star, setting the tone. This is the accumulation phase. People buy Bitcoin, its market share grows, everyone waits for its rise. But once it reaches a peak or starts moving sideways, capital begins flowing into altcoins. Investors look for other places to put their money to get higher returns, since altcoins often grow faster at this stage. These cycles are no accident. They're tied to the behavior of people in the market. For example, after a Bitcoin halving, when its block reward decreases, it often rises, attracting the crowd. Then interest shifts to alts, new tokens, cheap coins, or hyped up projects. This is how capital gets distributed. First into Bitcoin as the foundation, and then into altcoins as new opportunities. This is what triggers alt season. So, what can help us recognize alt season? The first indicator is the Altseason Index. This is a tool that helps you understand when altcoins begin to outperform Bitcoin in growth and capture the market's attention. It tracks how the top 50 cryptocurrencies have performed over the past 90 days and shows how many of them are growing faster than Bitcoin. If the index rises above 25 after Bitcoin has already shown growth, that's a hint alt season might be starting. Why 25? It's like a threshold where the market says, alts are taking over. The higher the index, the stronger the alt season. For example, if it reaches 75, that's already a peak of altcoin activity. How does it work? The index looks at price history and compares it. If most top coins, except Bitcoin, are showing better growth, that means capital is flowing into alts. It's not just a number, it reflects investor behavior. After a big Bitcoin rally, people often look for other places to invest, and they choose altcoins. The index captures this shift. It doesn't predict the future, but it gives a hint that the market is changing. Where to find it? There are websites that show this index in real time. The most popular is Blockchain Center. Just go to blockchaincenter.net, look for the Altcoin Season Index section, and there you'll see a chart with the current value. You'll see how the index is moving and can compare it with past alt seasons. It's free and available to everyone. A great way to track the market without complex calculations. There's also an alt season index on CoinMarketCap and CoinGlass. The second indicator is the Bitcoin Dominance Chart, or BTCD. This shows what portion of the total cryptocurrency market capitalization belongs to Bitcoin. In simpler terms, it shows how much Bitcoin rules the market compared to other coins. When this chart starts falling, it's a sign that investor money is leaving Bitcoin and flowing into altcoins. People are switching to other cryptocurrencies, and this often triggers alt season. For example, at the start of 2021, Bitcoin dominance dropped from 70% to 40% over a few months, and altcoins started skyrocketing like yeast in warm water. A new alt season is already knocking, my friend. Subscribe to our Telegram channel so you don't jump in too late. How does it work? Dominance isn't just a percentage, it's a mirror of capital flow. When Bitcoin is rising, its share usually increases because everyone buys it as the main coin. But after a big climb, investors start selling Bitcoin or investing profits into altcoins, and its share falls. If the overall market is still growing, that means altcoins are gaining strength. It's like a scale. Bitcoin loses weight, altcoins gain it. Falling Bitcoin dominance is a key sign that alt season is near or has already begun. Where to find it? The dominance chart is available on popular platforms. Open CoinMarketCap. There, in the dominance section, you'll see the current percentage and history. Even more convenient. Use TradingView, type BTCD in the search bar, pick the chart, and watch how it changes. It's a free tool that helps you understand market direction without any fuss. We have a separate video on the channel about how to use TradingView. The third indicator is altcoin trading volumes. This shows how much cryptocurrency, excluding Bitcoin, is being bought and sold in the market over a given time. If volumes begin to grow, it means investors are actively trading alts. Interest in them is increasing, people are putting money in, and the market comes alive. Volume growth often triggers a rise in the total crypto market capitalization, since more trades push coin prices up. It's like a bridge to the next indicator we'll cover. How does it work? Volume is the market's pulse. When altcoins are sitting quietly in Bitcoin's shadow, their trading is sluggish and volumes are low. But if Bitcoin has already risen and investors are seeking new opportunities, they begin actively buying and selling alts. The more trades, the higher the volume. This shows capital is flowing into these coins. For example, before or during alt season, altcoin volumes can suddenly spike, signaling the market is shifting from Bitcoin to other cryptocurrencies. Where to find it? The best place to check volumes is on TradingView. Open the platform, pick a pair, like ETH, USDT, or any other altcoin, and look at the bottom of the chart. The volume bars show how much is traded per day or week. If they're rising, especially across many altcoins at once, that's a hint of alt season. You can compare it to Bitcoin. If its volume is falling while alts are growing, the trend shift is already underway. It's a simple way to watch market movement. And if you want to receive tips on the market and fresh analytics, subscribe to our Telegram channel. We share ideas and break down the market there. The link is in the description. And don't forget to hit that like button on the video if you found it useful. The fourth indicator is crypto market capitalization. This is the total value of all cryptocurrencies combined, and it shows how much money is currently flowing through the industry. On TradingView, it's displayed through three charts: total market cap, total 2, market cap excluding Bitcoin to show altcoin strength, and total 3, excluding both Bitcoin and Ethereum to see how the rest of the coins are growing. When these charts go up while Bitcoin's market share is dropping, it's a clear sign that alt season is gaining momentum. Altcoins are taking over attention and capital. How does it work? Capitalization is like a market thermometer. If it's rising, that means new money is flowing into crypto. When total goes up but Bitcoin's dominance falls, it shows growth is happening thanks to altcoins. Total 2 and total 3 help clarify. If they're also surging, especially total 3, it means even smaller coins are starting to move. It's like a wave. Bitcoin pushes the market first, and then the alts pick it up and amplify the rise. In the last alt season, from January to May 2021, the market demonstrated what altcoins are capable of when their time comes. This was a period when Bitcoin had already risen from $29,000 at the beginning of January to $63,000 in April, and then investors shifted their focus to altcoins. For example, BNB started January at around $40 and peaked at $690 by May, an increase of more than 1,600% in 5 months. ADA also kept pace. From 18 cents in January, it climbed to $2.45 by May, showing a growth of approximately 1,200% over the same period. XRP began the year at 22 cents, and by April, it soared to nearly $2. That's about 800% in 3 months. And then there were the real superstars. For instance, Solana, which was priced at around $1.50 in January and skyrocketed to $55 by May, a growth of 3,500% in 5 months, fueled by interest in the fast Solana blockchain. The meme coin Shiba Inu surprised everyone. At the beginning of the year, its price was nearly zero, but by May, it surged thousands of times, over 34,000% growth in the same 5 months. It was an explosive hype, driven by social media and newcomers pouring into the market in droves. Now let's calculate what would have happened if you had invested $100 in each of these coins in January 2021, but we won't even consider the scenario where you bought at the bottom and sold at the peak, as such people are rare. We'll take a realistic scenario where you made a purchase somewhere at the beginning of the rise and sold during the hype, capturing just half of the movement. So, for BNB, the growth was 1,600%. Half of that is about 800%, turning your $100 into $900, with a profit of $800. For Cardano, the growth was 600%, turning $100 into $700, resulting in a profit of $600. For XRP, the growth was 400%, so $100 would become $500, with a profit of $400. Next, the superstars. If you had held Solana for at least half of the main movement, that's a growth of 1,700%, turning your $100 into $1,800, with a profit of $1,700. Now, considering the meme coin Shiba Inu, even half of the growth is 17,000%, which means your $100 would have turned into $17,000, a whopping 170x. In what other market can you see such numbers? Catching half of the movement is entirely possible if you keep an eye on the market. Why did this happen? The alt season is a time when capital, after Bitcoin, seeks new targets. In 2021, BNB rose due to the popularity of Binance, ADA gained traction from Cardano updates, XRP surged on Ripple news, while Sol and Shiba Inu became symbols of hype. The former through technology, the latter through buzz. This illustrates how the alt season opens doors for growth, from major projects to meme tokens that can skyrocket if you catch the moment. During the last alt season, many new young millionaires emerged. Mostly these were people who simply knew how to hold their assets, didn't panic, and sold in the hype zone. Meanwhile, everyone else paid them for that movement. Some sold at a loss when disappointment hit the market, some exited at break-even and were satisfied not to lose, some didn't sell and took their coins into the bear market, and some started shifting from one asset to another and ended up with nothing. That's the market. That's it, friends. Now you know what alt season is, how to identify it, and where to find the indicators. Stay up to date with the market by following us. Subscribe to our Telegram channel. The link is in the description. There, you'll find analytics and tips for beginners. Like the video, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to CryptoPump. See you in the next one.